All right, got a quick intro for you today because this is a really simple pattern, not a whole lot to it. It's another 3 material fly. This one is a dry fly, another caddis pattern. It's called a Tent Wing Caddis. The 3 materials: pheasant tail fibers for the body, a little bit of brown hackle, and then mottled turkey slip for the wing. But don't be fooled. A simple pattern like this can be a super effective caddis fly. So there it is in the vise, just a simple little Tent Wing Caddis. Only 3 materials that most all of us probably have. Now I'm going to tie this on a size 16. 16s and 14s are probably my most common caddis sizes, dry fly caddis patterns here in Maryland. And I'm going to put down a little base of brown thread. You don't have to use brown, black would be just fine, but go ahead and take it toward near the back. And first thing we're going to catch in, just 3 or 4 strands of pheasant tail fibers. Kind of just like we were doing a pheasant tail body. It's really about what it's going to remind you of. So let's catch this in the back, however long you want your body to be. We'll squish these down right here and take it up, almost up to the front. You don't have to go all the way up, but pretty close to it. And now just wrap these up. And this can be a little bit tricky because they're not long. One thing you might want to do is every wrap, just push it down with your finger and hold it next to the hook until you take your next wrap. And Gordon Vanderspy he calls this something. I guess this little technique does have a name. I've never really thought about calling it anything, but there you go. So that's our body. Go ahead and catch it off up front. And so far it does look like a little nymph body, but it's not. It's going to be a dry fly because we're putting a little hackle up here. And just a brown or a dark ginger, not real long, maybe to a hook gap right here. I think that'll work. And we're just going to put 3 or 4 wraps of this. This is really about the only thing that's going to make it float, but it's not a heavy fly. It's not really going to have any tendency to sink anyway, but you do kind of want to see it. And that's where the turkey slip wing will come in. So let's go ahead and get our thread just a little farther up, and let's put 3 or 4 wraps and see what that looks like for us. Just let them go all the way around. We're going to trim it on the top so we can lay the tent wing a little bit flatter here in just a second. Okay, I think that's enough right there. And I'm crowding my eye a little bit, but yeah, we'll be fine. So that's not a lot of hackle, but it's going to be just fine. So reach your scissors in here and then just trim them off the top. There we go. Now take a little slip, mottled turkey feather, and just 1 slip's fine. Don't worry about trying to do 2, but make it a little bit longer than a hook gap or wider than a hook gap. We're going to fold it over, and don't worry about the length yet. We're going to trim it. So just kind of lay it on top and then pinch it. And this is the little tent. And don't worry if this isn't perfect. Quite often they will split up on you anyway. So we do have a little bit of a tent right there. Now we can put a couple of tighter wraps. Can't get real tight. This isn't a real strong hook. But just reach in here and snip this as close as you can get it. And are we crowding our eye? Yeah, we are a little bit, but I think we're going to be fine. So before I work on the head, I'm just going to pull this back, and then I'm going to cut it at a little bit of an angle, about a body length, and you'll end up with a little bit of a V right here. See that kind of V? That's pretty typical for a tent wing. Okay, and now just clean up this head a little bit. You could take your singeing tool if you wanted. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to put a whip finish on it and then see if I need to worry about closing my eye up right there. And there we have it. I think I can still get my tippet up through there. I mean, fishing these little flies, probably gonna have 5 or 6X anyway. But that's it, my friends. I appreciate you watching. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time.